I spent over $1,000 at the Collecticon in Kansas City, Missouri to find the best possible deals. Let's see how I did. In today's video, I will be giving away one of the items that I picked up from the Collecticon in Kansas City, Missouri. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite item that I picked up was. And if you're chosen, I will send that item to you completely free of charge. Let's go ahead and get into it. The very first thing that I picked up from the Collecticon in Kansas City, Missouri was this Double Blaze booster box. This Japanese booster box, it's a Sun and Moon Tag Team GX box. I picked this box up for $80 from one of the vendors. I was really surprised about the price that they had on these boxes. They're selling for about $100 or so on eBay right now. And even at that $100 price, it just seems really, really low. The very first Charizard Alt-Art card was actually inside of this Double Blaze booster box. It was a tag team card with Reshiram. It came to the English side in a figure collection box. I think it's Sun and Moon Promo 200 or 201. Beautiful, beautiful card. The fact that there's an Alt-Art Charizard inside of this box, along with the Rainbow Rare and the full art version, just makes me think that this box is a little bit undervalued. Most things are going down in price right now, so it is a really, really good time to be buying. I think once people figure out that that Alt-Art Charizard is inside of this box with the buyouts that have been happening on all of the other Alt-Art products, that this booster box is going to perform really, really well in the very near future. The next item I picked up was this full art Shiny Star V Charizard VMAX. This is actually a little bit more rare than the English counterpart. It does sell for a little bit more. I paid $200 for this item. I got a bit of a deal on it. You can pick these up on eBay for $250 to $260 right now. The price has been coming down. They were sitting at about $300 for the longest time. I offered them $200 cash and they took it, which was a really, really good deal for both of us. One of the most expensive items I picked up from the entire trip. Really, really cool Charizard card. One of my favorite graded cards. We have plenty of other graded cards and a lot of other really cool items. I did trade for a few things as well. I actually traded for this stack of cards right here. I traded a CGC9, a Charizard pre-release promo from Vivid Voltage for this stack of cards. We have the Suicune and Entei Legend card. The Suicune and Entei Legend card was the biggest thing that I got out of the trade. They're in pretty, light played to moderately played condition, but I think it's just a really, really cool set of cards from the Heart Gold and Soul Silver era. And this is what I really, really wanted from the trade. And the person I traded just kind of threw in these extra cards for free, in my opinion. We got the rare Jolteon, Lapras, and Articuno from Fossil and then Jungle. And then the Team Rocket James Topps card. Really, really cool card there. I was going to get this signed by Eric Stewart, but I had some other cards for him to sign. So I just took this one home without it getting signed. Really, really good trade in my opinion. The Vivid Voltage card was valued at about $40 or so. And just this Entei and Suicune Legend card is worth about that by itself, so it was kind of like I got the other cards for free. The most I spent at one booth at Collecticon was $300. I paid $300 for these four CGC9 Delta Species cards. I think Delta Species holographic cards are really, really undervalued. I spent an average of $75 on each one of these. The Crobat being the least valuable, probably worth less than $75. But the Feraligatr, Typhlosion, and Salamence were definitely the biggest of the pickups. Getting these for an average of $75 was a really, really good deal. And I think that these are going to catch on and the price of them is going to start going up. There's a good chance that I crack open the Salamence and Feraligatr and try and cross grade them to PSA. They're very, very clean. This CGC9 Typhlosion is actually really funny. If you look closely, you can see a massive print line just right down the middle of it. I can't believe that this actually got a CGC9. I would be really, really curious to see what the surface subgrade for this Typhlosion was. But Delta Species cards, I really, really enjoy them. All the EX era packs that these come out of are $300, $400, $500 a piece for one pack, and these are some of the best cards that you can pull. Even the Crobat is a really, really awesome hit. If you were to open up a pack of EX Delta Species and you pulled this Crobat card, you would be super excited. But a heavy pack of EX Delta Species will probably run you about $350, whereas you can pick up the Chase cards for under $100. That seems like a really, really good deal to me. This was one of the cards that I picked up just by throwing out an offer. This Victory Medal Diamond and Pearl Japanese promo card is actually a holographic promo card. They had $50, as you can see there on this card. I offered them $30 just because I thought it was a really, really cool card, and they did take the $30. I'm not sure why this got a CGC5. It's a really, really good looking card. It's got some beat up corners down there, but honestly, this is a really good looking card. If I were to crack the slab and just sell the card by itself, it would be worth more than $30 in my opinion. But these Victory Medal cards are a lot of fun to collect. This one has a little bit of extra text here for the winner of the Pokemon card game in English. Just adds a little bit extra to it. I really enjoy these type of Victory Medal cards. I usually pick them up whenever I can. And for $30, that was an absolute no-brainer of a pickup. These next 3 cards were picked up out of a $20 bulk bin. I offered the person selling them $40 for all 3. It's kind of like a buy 2 get 1 free situation. The Erica's Vileplume and the Beckett Slab, just a really, really good looking card. The Clefable and a CGC6, it just looks really, really cool. And at the price I was paying, I just thought it was a really, really fun thing to do. The 20th anniversary Poliwrath 9.5 holo, $40 for 3 slabs. You can't really beat that, and I just really like these cards in general. The actual value on them is probably less than $40 for all 3, but it was just a lot of fun to pick up. And when you go to events like that and you find good deals, or you find, you know, those bulk bins, you really do just want to bring home some stuff, and that's kind of what I ended up doing with those. I was really excited to find those, you know, in the bulk bin. Really, really cool cards in my opinion. Not super valuable, but they do look really good inside of the collection. My favorite thing that I picked up from the entire trip, I finally picked up this embossed Articuno Meiji promo card. This Meiji promo card is one of my favorite Articuno cards of all time. This is actually a really, really old slab. If you can look at the holographic PSA logo there, this actually tells me that this slab is from the year 1999 to 2000. So the year that this card came out was whenever this was graded. So this card has been inside of this slab for over 20 years. I just thought that was a really, really cool thing. You can kind of keep track of certification numbers and labels if you want to know what year your card was graded. There's a really good Reddit post out there where it tells you approximately when cards were graded based on the labels, the certification number, and how the back of the card looks. This was my favorite pickup from the entire event. I really hope that nobody picks this as their favorite thing, because I really don't want to have to send this as the giveaway. I paid $85 for this, and that's about what it's valued at. The last sold copy of this was $89, I do believe. They usually hover between $90 and $110 for the PSA 9s. The PSA 10s sell for a whole lot more because that's a very, very hard card to get graded. Next 2 cards, I paid $50 for the pair of these. We have 2 error cards. I got these from the same vendor. The person had $40 on the Reshiram and Charizard and $30 on the Articuno. I offered him $50 for both. I think that's a really, really good deal. I think each one of these is probably worth more than $50 by itself. Having the CGC error card is just really, really cool. The centering, you know, as you can see there, gives you the off-centered. And as you can see here on the back, it'll tell you what the actual problem with the card was, and it's really, really badly miscut. As a collector of Articuno cards, this was just a really fun thing to pick up. And I'm really glad I was able to get this for, I would say, $25. The Charizard card was another really, really excellent pickup. I can't believe that they took $50 for both of these. With how Charizard cards sell and how error cards can sell, I could throw this up on eBay for probably like $200 or $300, and it might get some interest. It might not, just for the fact that it's a Charizard card and it's an error card. People just throw out crazy prices, and if I wanted to sell it, I could probably do the same thing, and somebody might bite on it. Really, really cool error card set there for $50 for the pair. If you guys choose this as the giveaway, I'll do both of these cards as the giveaway because it's actually lower in value than the majority of this other stuff. So we'll put both of these together, the 2 error cards. Let's go into the next item here. We have a really, really cool Illustrator Contest Rayquaza promo card. They had $135 on this card. I offered them $100 for it, and they took it. I was really, really happy to get this Illustrator Rayquaza for that price. Raw, this card sometimes sells for more than $100. I got it in a PSA 9. It's not, you know, the best card in the whole world, but it's an Illustrator Contest card. There's a lot less of these out in the wild or out in the world than there is of most cards. And the rarity of cards is becoming more and more important as Pokemon prints more and more heavily and more cards are getting graded. The rarer the card is, the more value it's going to hold long term, just because there's not going to be as many of them out there, obviously, which increases the value of the card. Really, really cool Illustrator Rayquaza card. One of my favorite things that I was able to find from the event. The next group of things that I picked up, I actually picked these up out of a $10 bulk bin. I offered them $25 for all 4 of these cards, and they actually took it. So the price of these cards was under $8 for each one. And I just think they're really, really cool. I'm a big fan of this Rainbow Foil checklist card. This is actually a really, really hard card to find. Most of the time, whenever you open up these Topps packs, the cards stick together and they get destroyed. So even though it's in a near mint 7, this card is worth more than $25 if I were to just crack the slab and sell the checklist by itself. There's a few different versions of this. There's 5 different versions, rainbow foil, the regular non-foils. There's just so many different variations of the top list. It would take me an entire video to explain how all of the Topps sets work and the different types. The Mario and the Link Zelda promo, those were just really, really cool. There's no value to these in my opinion. I just picked them up because, like I said, I offered them $25 for all 4 cards, and this was the one that I mainly wanted. But I thought these other ones were just cool. These 1989 Topps sticker cards, they just look really awesome. As you guys can see, collect all 33. I'm obviously not going to collect all 33. I just really liked the Mario and the Link sticker cards. It's just really, really cool. And as you can see, these two kind of go together. This one has the Zelda back, and then this one has the Super Mario Brothers back. And this is the Super Mario, and this is the Zelda Link one. So just really, really cool. I was really excited to be able to pick these up for a really, really inexpensive price. I picked up a box of Incandescent Arcana for $60. It's one of the newer Japanese sets. You could pick these up on eBay for like $60, $70. I just wanted to grab a couple of them. I picked up 2 boxes. I opened one, then I just kind of hung on to the other one. I think that, you know, long term, obviously holding sealed booster boxes is always going to be a good idea, and you're very rarely going to ever lose money on sealed Pokemon booster boxes. Another cool thing that I had, I actually took a bunch of like metal frying pan cards to Eric Brock Stewart. You know his famous line, he's going to use his trusty frying pan as a drying pan. A lot of the community members wanted me to take these metal frying pan cards in to get signed by Eric Stewart. Eric did charge $50 for each signature on cards and other memorabilia. We have another item over here that I actually was able to get graded. So really, really excited to be able to do that for the community. The rest of them actually got sent to PSA for authentication. This was the only one that was just signed on the outside of the case. The rest of them were signed on the card, and we sent all those in to get authenticated by PSA. One of the funnest things that I picked up was actually this Magikarp Pro Shops hat. I saw this sitting on the table. They had $20 on them. It's just a regular, you know, trucker hat. Just a really, really cool idea. Like whenever I saw this, it just made me laugh, and I was really excited to be able to buy one of these. I'm not a big hat person, but we'll go ahead and we'll wear this for the rest of the video. We got a few more items here that we picked up. A lot of these other things I picked up just for my personal collection or for fun. Let's go into the other item that I got graded on site. I actually got this Squirtle Funko Pop graded on site. Whenever they do these events, they do have PSA on site at most of them, and you are able to get your Funko Pops graded on site, or they take your submission and send it in to be graded, and then they ship it back to you. Had Eric Squirtle Stewart sign this. He actually put the Squirtle Squad glasses on the front there, which was really cool of him. I was really happy to be able to get this Funko Pop graded on site, so I was able to take this home with me the very same day. I paid $15 for the Funko Pop on the inside, and then like I said before, Eric charged $50 for each one of his signatures, and then I took it over to PSA to be graded. I honestly don't remember how much they charged to grade on site. It was really, really inexpensive. I think it was maybe like $20 for them to grade it on site, and then each one of the cards that I sent in to be graded, they only charged $15 for, which was really, really cool. That was probably my favorite thing that we picked up. I saved that for last, hoping that nobody would pick that as their favorite item, because I really don't want to have to give that away. A couple of other things that I bought here. I got this really, really cool Articuno Meiji coin. I paid $5 for this. It's not really worth anything other than just the fact that I like it. It's a Pokemon Battle coin. It's just a cool little Articuno piece. I picked up the Articuno Lego set. They had them for like $8 on the table, so I obviously had to grab that so we could put this together. And the last thing that I picked up from the Collecticon in Kansas City was this A&A Gold Boarding Pass. I paid $20 for this, and most of these are worth a little bit more than $20. You can usually pick these up for between $40 and $50 on eBay, so I got a really, really good deal on this. The actual cardboard is still in pretty good shape for how old it is. As you can see on the back here, you can get the Pikachu, Mew, and the Mewtwo. I was really happy to be able to find this. You can actually grade these gold boarding passes, and they look really, really good inside of a slab. I'll probably keep this one how it is, just because it does have a really, really nice holder still to it. Sometimes these get really, really beat up, and it's just better to take the cards out. Let me know what you guys think of my pickup from the Collecticon event in Kansas City, Missouri. I had a lot of fun going to the event. I think I got a lot of really, really good deals. Most of these items are worth more than what I paid for them. Let me know down in the comment what your favorite item is to be entered into that giveaway, and I'll see you in the next one.